Pour on this computer. So just bear with me because my throat is still, like at night it's so bad. My tea. Okay, so we have like some early Success Club shout outs, which is so awesome. Camille I think she's in the car driving, so maybe she can hear us, but she is at Success Club 10, and I was on the phone with her earlier, and she actually thinks she's at like 14 or 16 now, so she's just on fire, this girl. So that is amazing, and she is Emerald as of today, and she's like 2 weeks in, I think exactly today she signed up as a coach. So it's just so awesome. She's got fire under her and she's going for it. And then tons of you guys are at Success Club 2 already. Linda, Cassie, Eileen, Kristen, Angela, Sonia, and Cindy are all at 2. So that's awesome, guys. It's still, what is it, the 8th, I think? June 8th. So like, just keep it going. Don't stop. So you got to Success Club 2 in your first week of the month, get to 2 in the second week of the month, and get to 2 in the third week of the month, 2 in the fourth week of the month. That's helping one person a week, like one person, right? Even aim for like 2 people a week. If you're sending out messages every single day and connecting with people every single day, that should not be out of your reach for sure. So what I wanted to talk about today was strategizing your way to diamond. And I know that we hear diamond and we're like, oh God, I'm so far away from that, which some of you, it seems like you are far away from it. Others are super close to hitting diamond. The thing is, diamond is definitely a mindset. That's all it is. It's a decision that you are just going to go, you're just going to go for it. You're just going to hustle and you're going to hit your first like really big rank advancement. Emerald is amazing. Hold on. I'm just going to mute everybody. So Emerald is amazing, but it's when you hit diamond that you're really seen in the Beachbody world as like a leader, because you officially have a team, because you've had to help other people get to Emerald. So you're really becoming a leader, which is so, so cool. So just to sort of go over what diamond is, we hopefully all know by now that Emerald is just 2 coaches. So one coach on your left, one coach on your right. Mine was my husband and my sister-in-law. That's how I got to Emerald. And then I signed up like my other sisters and sister-in-laws and sort of grew more coaches on each leg. And then I signed up my first month's challengers. I got them to be a discount coach. And every month I grew my team, mostly with people who just wanted the discount. And that was okay. I never overthought it. I never stressed about like, well, how am I... I'm never going to find anybody that wants to work this business. Like I just kept doing what I needed to do. And I knew I needed to bring coaches onto my team every single month, whether they were discount or not. I didn't overthink it. I never really had like, it never stressed me out, I guess. I just went through the motions. I didn't overthink it. And I just kept going and doing it every single day. And what ended up happening is I grew my downline quite a bit with discount coaches. So I had like probably close to 10 coaches on both my right leg and my left leg. What the first thing you can do to get yourself closer to diamond is to put a couple coaches underneath your husband. If you've signed him up, hopefully, I think everybody pretty much has done that. You want to put a couple coaches underneath him. And you're controlling his account. This isn't like cheating. This isn't like, it shouldn't feel icky at all. They're your coaches still, and they're your challengers. You're just placing them underneath your husband. Because for me, I want to have as much control in this business and in my destiny with my future that I want to have. Oh God, there's like a lot of wildlife out there tonight. You want to have as much control as possible. So that's why, you sign up your husband so that you can control his account. You can get him to Emerald. So good, awesome. You have one coach at Emerald. You can do that, no problem. And then you need someone on your other side to become an Emerald as well. And that sometimes takes a little bit of time, because that means getting someone on your team that actually wants to build the business, that wants to do what we're doing. So, a lot of you hit Emerald right away. So it's getting someone just like you who sort of saw the value and was interested in the business, and getting them started right and getting them to Emerald. And then all of a sudden, you're Diamond. If you've grown your legs up with discount coaches and maybe people who thought they want to work the business but aren't really sure, everybody doesn't have to be like gung-ho to coach to be on your team. I have so many coaches that are on my team. Like, I think I have, like, I don't even know how many coaches are in my downline now. Like, a lot. Like, I think close to 100 just on my own legs. But obviously there's not 100 working coaches, right? So it's okay. You are always going to have a mix of discount coaches and people that want to work the business. And never discount the discount coach. I was a discount coach. A lot of Michelle's diamonds were a discount coach. I think the only one that wasn't was Darlene. But all of Michelle's other diamonds were discount coaches. So don't discount them 100%. You never know who's going to come around. Like Cindy. Cindy was a discount coach. Or were you? No, you weren't. You were a discount coach. Yeah. So it happens. People, you get them into the team page even. You give them the option. I usually like to send them the link. I have a little welcome email that I send them just saying like, you're now a discount member on my team. And if you're looking for extra support, here's the link to our team page. And a lot of them will just request to join it. So all of a sudden they're seeing all of our stuff. I have a ton of discount coaches on the team page. And anytime I do a live video, I see them pop on, and it kind of freaks me out because I think, holy shit, am I on my like personal page right now? Because that would be terrifying. But it's not. They're in there and they're tuning in and they're taking it all in, and who knows what's going to happen, right? So don't discount the discount coaches.
Megan, sorry. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I am usually on the phone with people talking to them. Like right now, since I'm kind of hitting my soft market, a lot of these people I know, and so I'm on the phone with them. Yeah. And for some reason, it freaks them out when I bring up the discount coach stuff. I don't know if I'm just saying the wrong thing, but what's your advice on if we're not able to send the document, like how do we go about it not coming off like, I don't know, it just doesn't ever come out right.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes some like proper wording for that. I usually don't sign up a challenger right away with the discount.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you can, that can be that I didn't even know that was an option to do it later.
Yeah. Yeah. So anytime someone has purchased a challenge pack, they will be able to sign up for a coach for free to be a coach at any time. Even if they bought a challenge pack 2 years ago, they can sign up now for free.
Okay.
So what I typically do, and my challengers that are coming in each month, at about week 2 or week 3, I touch base with them. Like I've been touching base with them all along, but I touch base with them again and really just make sure they're loving Shakeology. And if they're loving it, obviously I'm going to invite them to the coaching opportunity. Like if I'm like loving them as a person and I would like them on my team and they're doing really great in the challenge group, I will 100% ask them, have you ever thought of doing what I'm doing? Like join my team. Why not? But if it's someone who maybe said no to that, or, who maybe is just struggling more and is not ready for the coaching opportunity, I always let them know that there's if they wanted to sign up for the members discount, which will save them 25% on their Shakeology. And I send them a little breakdown of like the pricing if they say yes. And then I just say like, let me know if this sounds good to you. And usually they do. So it's all about kind of wording it. And I call them a discount member.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds much better. I'll try that.
Yeah. And fail forward. We all fail forward in this business. I screwed that conversation up many, many a time. So yeah, because you want to get them, if you're looking to really build your downline, you want to get these people signed up before their next Shakeology is shipped, or before they decide, you know what, that stuff is expensive, I'm going to cancel it. So someone who's a discount member is probably going to stay on Shakeology a lot longer than someone who's not, just because of the savings. Like it's not even that much they're saving, but they think they're saving a lot. So they're going to be more than likely to stay on Shakeology longer, because not everybody's going to stay on it forever. Like that's just a given. I think like the average is like 3 months that someone will stay on it. So, but I think I saw or read or listened on a call, something like a challenger, someone who is just a challenger has 0 chance of becoming a coach, but someone who's a discount coach has 100% chance of becoming a coach. So I just thought that was kind of, obviously if you ask the challenger, but they're not seeing the dynamics of the team and what goes on in the team page unless they're a discount member. So going back to the mindset of getting to diamond and being a diamond coach, I heard this quote and it sort of spoke to me. There's a huge difference between people who act as though and people who are where they are. So there's a difference between people who act as though and people who are where they are. So if you're a brand new coach, thinking that you're a brand new coach and that you don't know too much about this business yet, you're a brand new coach who doesn't know much about this business yet. So act as though you are successful at this. You know what you're doing. You fail forward every single day. You learn as you go, but you're confident. You're building a business, whether you have 0 coaches on your team or 2 coaches on your team. You are building a business. You know what you're doing. You learn every single day. I do not know I don't know all of it. I don't know everything there is to know. Like I just created my first event. Like we learn something new every single day, but you act as though you are a diamond coach. And that is going to change so much for you guys. I acted as if I was a diamond coach long before I was a diamond, because someone told me that. Someone told me to act as if I was a diamond coach. Create posts as if you're a diamond coach. Have conversations. And this is where it can really change things for you, is have conversations as if you were a diamond coach, a 15-star diamond coach. Like imagine you have this whole team of women underneath you and you are at Success Club 30 and you're reaching out to people to help them. You are confident because you help people every single day. You know challenge groups, you know the programs because you're doing it, and you are successful. You don't actually need the sale. This person that you're talking to, you just genuinely want to help them. You have your Success Club points. You're good. You want to help these people. That's how you need to come across in your conversations. Confident and act as though you are a diamond coach, because it's going to change so much. You're going to just like sit up taller. Your posts are just going to become a little bit more like confident in them. I think I remember Elaine talking to you about that too. Did you find that sort of helped you when we spoke about that?
Yeah, for sure. So I'll just like tell you really quick. January, basically, I was 9 months into the business. January, I went to my first Super Saturday. After that, I came home. Something changed in me. I started thinking as if I was diamond. My mindset changed. I put everything into this and just felt like I was a diamond coach at that moment. As soon as I came home, March 3rd, I think it was, I hit diamond. So before, and then I think it was sometime in April. That was when I was a year into the business. So
yeah.
But I mean, that doesn't mean that you have to be 9 months into this. Like, geez, if you thought that you were a diamond coach, like I seriously changed my mindset in January. Beginning of March, I hit diamond. That was 2 months. All of a sudden, something in me changed, and I hit diamond in 2 months. So, I mean, anyone can do it.
Yeah, it's so true. Like, you don't have to be in this business for a long time before you can do it. Like, that's that's the thing. You just have to have that mindset switch. And if you're not feeling confident about yourself, you need to dig deep into some personal development. But you really got to start acting and thinking like a successful diamond coach. It will change so much. You guys have like really awesome goals, because I've had some calls with you guys, and I just like, you guys have really, really awesome goals. The key is to, if your goal is diamond, don't think about if it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. You just have to know that it's going to happen. I didn't get hung up on like getting there at a certain time. It was just something that I knew was going to happen, because I was like 100% focused on it and determined to get there, that I wasn't even surprised when it happened, or when it like started happening and started evolving, because I was 3 steps ahead. Like, I'm a 5-star diamond coach in my mind. Like, so when I hit 3-star qualify, I was like, yep, okay, well, yeah, I knew that. I knew that was going to happen. What's next? Like, I'm constantly just moving forward. And that's what you have to do, especially if you've got goals for this business to take off and for it to become an income potential. You have to sorry. You have to rank advance, because you can only make so much money on commission. You will burn yourself out if you're trying to make $1,000 a week on commissions. Like, you can't work that hard. You can't message that many people. So you have to be rank advancing, and that's when the income potential changes. So whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are right. I think we've all heard that quote, right? Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right, 100%. So if you believe that this business is hard, that diamond takes a year to hit, that no one's going to want to join your team, that no one's watching your page, or that this is going to be a struggle, or that this might not work, all of those things are 100% true. All of them. Yes, it will be hard. Nope, nobody probably will join your team. No, nobody's probably watching your posts. Do you see what I'm saying? So if those are the thoughts that go through your head, that's the truth. So believe that there is an abundance of people out there for you to help. Believe that there are people waiting for you to message, that they are waiting for you to friend request them and to invite them and to reach out to them. Believe that you are going to connect with someone who is just like you, who's just waiting. You have to believe that. You have to get so focused on that. Like, I can't even, like, I know it sounds sort of like all like weird and personal development-y, but it's so true. Like, you really have to focus on that, and you have to just be really clear on what your goals are with this business and what you want out of it. So that's sort of the mindset thing. But then of course that's only going to take you so far. You need to take action. So obviously getting to Emerald is your first task, and I think most of us are there. There's a couple people on this team that I'm really trying to help and get there, because I know that they want it as well. So like I said, you can control your husband's account. Also, if you've got someone else that you can sign up, like a family member, or like my mom. What did I do with my mom? My mom is my mom's an Emerald coach under my husband. So I used her to help me get my husband to diamond. So this is when you have control over those things. And I like to be in control as much as possible with things, right? So my husband is to diamond because of another coach plus my mom. I made her. And I could technically make my mom a diamond coach to get my husband to 1-star diamond. And then I have my second business center that I built to diamond. Like within a month, I built that to diamond. So you don't need to take a year to get to diamond or 6 months to get to diamond. You can get to diamond as fast as you want. I wanted that business center to get to diamond, and I worked my ass off to get it to diamond. And I didn't have any business. I didn't have like any emeralds I could create. I literally had to find them and work really hard with them really closely and get them to emerald. And that's how I got my second business center to diamond. So I can control that, because I can't control anything else. I can't control you guys, right? You can never control your coaches coming into this business, which can be something super frustrating, but also you have to just sort of take it as part of the business that there's going to be things that you have absolutely no control over. Sorry. Okay, so action. Get to emerald, and you can get your husband to emerald as well. I think I've been dealing with this for like 2 weeks. Okay. Let's talk about your storefront. I know we talk about this stuff all the time, but I need to hear it as well. So I'm sure you guys all need to hear it. Your storefront has to be like number one, because you're not going to grow a team. You're not going to attract people if your storefront isn't looking decent, right? So like really take a look. Does it look clean and like neat and attractive? And I'm not saying that we have to be attractive. Just, does it look attractive? How are your posts coming out? You know, are your, like even the posts, like a long typed out post, are you breaking it up with some paragraphs? Are you throwing in some fun emojis for some extra color and just some stuff like that? That kind of stuff grabs people's attention and it makes them tune into it, rather than just like one big chunk of a paragraph with like no emojis, no hashtags. Like make it fun. Look at your pictures. I mean, I know Michelle went over this too last weekend or whenever she did. And you just want to really make sure that your pictures are coming across as clear and bright and not, you know, not too much going on in them that you can't even focus on what the actual picture is. And I think everybody's done a really good job of that. My only one thing I'm going to suggest, and it's not just on our team, I see it kind of on a lot of, like, even some of the other coaches as well. I think maybe we're getting a little too happy with the filters, because when I'm like, because I'm like always creeping you guys, right? And I see you guys in my newsfeed too. I just feel like some pictures are coming across as too filtered, which and maybe it's just me, but when I see that, when it's like too filtered, I'm like, God, it looks fake. And not like the like smoothing out of this lines, like just the actual like colors, like the filter on the whole picture. Just some of them aren't looking as natural anymore. That's just my thinking. So like, don't be afraid to like show your like real beauty, right? And maybe just a nice soft filter over top, because we don't want to hide who we are and we don't want people to see a filter instead of us. But oh my God, sorry guys. Okay, where did I go here? Okay, so your storefront, I think we're good there. Are you talking about the opportunity? Even if you're a brand new coach, think if you have talked about the coaching opportunity. Do people know that they can do what you are doing? They should. If they can't see that within a couple scrolls of your page, then you need to figure out how you can start sliding coaching into that. It can be very nonchalant. Like you can even take a picture tonight of this like your computer with all of our heads up here and just talk about how, you know, you love spending Thursday nights hanging out with a bunch of like-minded women. And, you know, maybe you used to be obsessed with watching The Bachelor every week, and now you hang out with us instead, or just like something like that. It doesn't have to be join my team. Who wants to be a coach? It's just talking about the opportunity, because there's probably a lot of people that wouldn't even have a clue that they could do what you're doing. And if in your head you're thinking, yeah, but why would anybody want to do that? Then that's a problem. So you need to change that mindset to think like, yeah, they all should want to be doing this. See, but you got to let them know, and you've got to make it sound like it's something that they should want to do. So I'm always trying to slide coaching in there. And you do not need to be like a diamond coach to do that, or an emerald coach to do that. You can have like 0 coaches and 0 Success Club points. Nobody knows that. Nobody's going to message you and say, well, how many coaches do you have on your team? No one is ever going to say that. Or how many Success Club points do you have so far this month? Nobody's going to do that. So if you get that mindset that you are sitting at Success Club 20 and you have 15 diamonds on your team, talk about that kind of stuff in your posts. I'm not saying start lying in your posts, but talk about what this opportunity is doing for you. Because I know it's doing something for all of you, because I've talked to you all about it, and you wouldn't still be here. Because this business is hard some days. It's totally hard. So if you weren't enjoying it, if you weren't getting some value out of it, you wouldn't still be here. So you've got to share those little things, and it's those jabs. We talk about jabs. We talk about jabs and hooks, and jabs are those little like indications of coaching. I do them all the time in my posts. If you go and look at my posts, probably like 90% of them have a jab about either coaching or a challenge group. So if you want to go look at my posts and just sort of see what I mean, but all of them do. Like I pretty much do a coaching one almost daily, plus a challenge group one almost daily. So those are things you need to be putting into your post every single day. They don't have to be obvious things, just very subtle. And then, of course, the hooks. So the hooks is when they're doing a call to action, like who wants to join me? I have 5 spots left. Who wants to join me? Or, I'm looking to, like, we have a sneak peek into coaching, like talking about that, like call to action type stuff. But if you're not doing any jabs, you're never going to have anyone bite that hook ever. Because they're like, what is she talking about? But if you're doing jabs all the time, if you're throwing it in there and sprinkling it into your post every single day, when you do that hook, they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's what she's talking about. Okay, I want to try this. And that's what you have to do. And that's what you have to do consistently.
I shared one tonight just on my personal page, and I just posted it in the chat. At the end of it, it was just a picture of me getting on the call and just saying, we're ready to have our little team meeting, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, I just wrote, and guess what? You can do this too. I'm ready to link arms with you, girl, or whatever, go at this together. You know what to do, message me. So then it's showing them that, like, I have something that they can join too. Because if I'm just putting it out there, oh, I'm getting ready to have my little team call and da-da-da, maybe people don't realize that, you know what? This is an opportunity that anybody can come in and join us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we just have to put that out at the bottom, that there's something that they can join too.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to kind of like dumb it down a little bit for people. Like you really have to say, like, do you want to do this too? Like you really do. So, and then the really great thing is when you start doing posts like this, and when you start sliding in, challenge group stuff and sliding in coaching, for one, you're kind of you're going to the next level in coaching, in my opinion. And you mean business. Like you're not just like posting as the other 400,000 coaches post. You're like, you mean business with your posts. Your posts have intention. And that's what's going to move your business forward, is posting with intention. I post with intention like 95% of the time, unless it's just like a picture about Andy like climbing up the wall. Like it's always I have intention in every single one of my posts. What was I gonna say? that was going somewhere. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. So when you start doing those posts, of course, it's natural for people not to hit the like button as often. Absolutely. Like I'll do a coaching post and I will get you guys liking it, but not a lot of outside people like it. But the more you do it, the more the more people will start liking it because you're consistent. You're consistently doing it, and it's like starting your business from scratch again. People aren't really sure, and then they start to like stuff. So it's the exact same thing. When you take it to the next level and start putting in those jabs, it'll take a little bit, but people are going to start hitting that like button. And when they hit that like button, that opens a door, like I say every single time. So this morning, I went and looked at one of my posts. I think I did it yesterday. Oh, I did it yesterday, and I was outside, and I said something about like my outside office and like how lucky, I don't know what I said. Something about, I slid coaching in there, and I also slid the dog in because I knew that people who like there's so many people who like dogs. I knew they would be like all over that post because I mentioned the dog. So I find ways to get people to like it without it just being strictly coaching, right? So all these people liked that post. I had like 26 people like that post. So you can bet that this morning I went through and I messaged all of them who weren't already on my team or who I've already talked to and don't really want to continue a relationship with, but I messaged them all and I just said, thanks so much for the showing support on my post yesterday. I don't know what the hell I said, something like that. And then I said, I just got to say, have you ever considered doing what I'm doing? ? And then like, I hope you have a great day. That's it. And I sent that to like, I think close to 15 people I sent that to today. Did 15 people message me back and say, yeah, no, not at all. But I did have like, I think 2 or 3 people message me back and say, oh, like a couple of them were like, oh, well, no, not really. What is it that you do? And then one person did come back and say, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm totally interested. But had I not messaged her and asked her, who knows? She maybe would have signed up with somebody else or just never signed up because nobody asked her. So we have to assume that all those people that are hitting the like button, they're wanting us to reach out and ask them. And I do the same thing with my posts about challenge groups. If I'm like, when I posted the transformation photo of someone yesterday, who did I do? I'm like, my brain is not working. I posted a transformation picture Tuesday. So the next day I reached out to all those people that liked it because there was a lot of likes on it. And I invited them. Is this something you'd like to do? Do you have any goals you're working towards? And it was like a very short, like 3-line invite. And I just sent it to them. And I don't even think twice, but I just send and I move on to the next one. And I send and I move on. And I'm not going back and, oh, did they see it yet? Did they respond? No, I just keep going. And if they respond, awesome. If they don't, I don't care. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to my post from, the day before, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. And that's what I'm doing because my posts have intention though. Because if your posts don't have any intention, there's nothing to invite to. You can't just post about like how sweaty you got doing your workout this morning and then invite all those people that liked it, right? Because like they were just liking it. There was nothing there to grab them. So you've got to post with intention and just take your posts a little bit deeper. And if you need some help with that, I'm more than happy to help because it's not something that comes naturally to everybody. And I totally understand that. But I'm telling you, it's a game changer when you start doing that. Okay, just my last thing I'm going to mention is, and I talk about it all the time too, you have to have a list. You have to have a to-do list. Because people ask me all the time, like, okay, so what does your day look like? Like, how are you fitting this business in? When are you working this business? And I can tell you, it doesn't matter when you work this business or how long you work this business. Everybody's to-do list is pretty much the exact same thing. I bet you if you asked like Melanie Mitro what her to-do list looks each day, it's going to be the exact same as Michelle's to-do list and my to-do list. Because we know the things that need to get done and we do them every single day. And that's all there it is. So it doesn't matter if I'm working from 9 till 11 every morning, or if I get up at 5 and work for a couple hours, or if I do it all at night, or if I do it in 15 minutes 4 times a day. It doesn't matter when it's happening or how long it takes you. It's the list, and it's knowing the things to get done. And hopefully everybody knows those things that need to get done, because that's sort of going back to coach basics. That's going back to like your very first like week of coaching, hopefully. So hopefully everybody is very familiar with the things we need to do. We need to add to our network. We need to connect with people, just have conversations. We need to invite people. We need to follow up with people. Those are the things we need to do, and those should be on your to-do list every single day, and you should fill in those check marks. And some people are going to have higher numbers that they want to hit, and other people aren't. The people who have higher numbers are going to move their business forward faster. Also on that to-do list should be your workout, Shakeology, and personal development. And that's your list. And then of course you're going to have other things on it. Like I've had this challenge group event on my to-do list for like 2 weeks. And every day I keep moving it over to my next list. And I knew one day I would have a chunk of time in my day where I could tackle a project like that. And I always put on my list to likes and comments. So that means for me to go back to all of yesterday's posts, and I message all those people that liked and commented. And that's part of my connecting. That's how I'm connecting. And that's how I'm inviting. And then I add to my network every day, and I follow up, and I work out, and I drink my Shakeology, and I do my personal development. So when you break it down like that, this business isn't that hard. Like it's pretty simple when you think about the things you need to do. And I always say when you're getting overwhelmed and you're getting like, oh my gosh, there's like all these groups and notifications and training and all these things, take a step back. Are you working on yourself? Are you reading personal development, and are you working out? You need to share that. Just share that and invite people to join you. That's all it comes down to, is working on yourself, sharing that on social media, and inviting people to do the same. That's as simple as it is. And I think that was all my notes. That was all my notes. Any questions? Nope. Nothing? Comments? I see the chat thread. Oh. Elaine just put that in the chat thread. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody has questions, then.
I do.
Yeah.
Hey, so you and Michelle had talked about you running your Sean T group together, and you were going to post like kind of one day ahead what you're putting in your challenge group. When will like kind of like day one ready? Is it going to be ready kind of like on Sunday so that we are able to, you know, piggyback onto that if we want to?
So I think she might have done a video about this, but what we discovered is that they have come up with a challenge group guide for Sean Week.
Okay.
So if you go into, oh gosh, I don't even know where it is.
It's really good. I just had it up. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, business tools, challenge group guides.
Yeah.
It's right at the bottom of business tools or whatever, and then it's challenge group guides. And all the guides will come up.
And
if
you know
you're
what?
in your if you're in your challenge tracker portal on the right hand side by like post, where you go to post, there's the challenge guide right there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I've seen it, right in the app. So that's what we're doing. We're not creating anything ourselves. We're using that. So we're not going to do the document anymore, which will save. It'll be just easier for everybody, because if you want to go ahead and schedule your whole group, you can do that right now, which is nice. So we're just using that whole template and just going with it.
Okay, perfect.
Where'd you get those extra pictures and videos and stuff I seen on your group on Facebook? You like your event page?
In my event page, or
yeah,
in the app?
No, on your event page.
Probably just on YouTube. Yeah. I think I just like YouTubed Sean Week, and there's a bunch of little snippets like that Beachbody has put up.
Okay. Or you could even like Google Sean T Week, and then I'm sure there's like images. On,
yeah, even on Beachbody on Demand, if you're in your challenge tracker, like Beachbody on your coaching account, they have like info about Sean Week that you can use for your free group, and it's stuff that Sean T has posted. I don't know if anybody saw that. I noticed it yesterday.
Okay.
Where is that, Cass?
It's like on your coaching page. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever got, if you're running a challenge group, like you can grab information, like post ideas. Have you ever found that before?
Yeah. So it's
there's one for Sean T, the week coming up, and there's some like live videos that he's posting, or he posted already, that you can use like the day before the challenge group, and he's posted stuff about how to use the modifications in the program and things like that.
Is that the same thing you're talking about, Megan? Like with the
yeah, like is that the challenge group guide?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the same thing.
Okay.
And then if you are just doing a Sean Week and not the 3-day refresh, you could get those people added in any time. Like I personally, if I was doing this without doing the 3-day refresh group, I probably would get them added in like tomorrow, and then have them in there for the week, or for the weekend. Make sure everybody gets logged in and figures out the app, so they've got a couple days to figure it out. We're not doing that because we're doing the 3-day refresh first. So I don't want to get people in too early and sort of confuse them. But if you are only doing Sean Week, get them in tomorrow, and then you can just get all the kinks out of the way before Monday. You want to make
That's what I'm doing now is creating my group now so I can get them added.
Yeah, you want to make sure everybody knows how to access Beachbody on Demand. You want to be able to walk them through that. You want to make sure that they actually did get Body on Demand, and that they know how to get into the app. Like a lot of people can't figure out the whole app thing. Like you'd be surprised at how hard it is for some people to like realize that it's not on Facebook and that they've got to download this app even though you sent them the invite. And they'll say like, oh yeah, I got the invite. But it's like, yeah, but did you check into the app? Are you all logged in? Did you fill out your information? So it kind of takes, you might want to give yourself a couple days for that.
I had one for the Shakeology detox that we're doing. She couldn't get in. I don't know what's going on, but she didn't go in all week.
Oh.
I asked her like 5 times to send a screenshot so I know what's going on, but she hasn't sent anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much, right?
I have a question real quick that I just thought of. When you go into the challenge group and you make your account, when I did that the first few times, I had trouble getting people their free trial because it's like it shows that they already made an account, but it's just like the club. So, sorry, I've got a lot going on. If they go into Team Beachbody after they make the challenge track account, can they just like go to the 39 whatever, the 4 times a month, and it'll automatically give them the 14-day free trial?
Yeah, it will. You'll just yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So one thing that Sonia wanted me to mention, I'm not sure if you guys seen it, but we were kind of talking about this quarterly challenge group, and she thought that it would be a good idea that we open up a group and just share posts. Like, so I'm going to do my own little quarterly challenge group, right? And then Sonia's going to do her own, and then whoever else is going to do this, whatever, just so that we can just kind of have other posts that we can kind of take from each other. Like just like a little private group that we can just like dump posts into, you know, and just share some stuff. So if you get like into kind of where you don't really know what to post, or you need to come up with new ideas, it's just like a group that you can go into and be like, oh, that's a great post. I can put it into my group.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
good idea.
if anybody's interested in doing something like that, like the people that want to do those, like not doing the group together, just having like a area where we can just share and take each other's posts for our challenge groups.
Yeah, sounds good. Cool. All right. Anything else, ladies? Okay. Well, good night.